Good afternoon and welcome to Bull Market Talk Show. This is your host Rian Hobson, and it's Friday today, finally, after this horrible week, starting on Monday with China's Communist Party that actually did all their regulations and stuff. So it is Friday, and I think the market will behave much better, although the Asian market was in the red this morning. But it looks much better now. Everything is moving towards the green, and we will look at a few charts as well. And then yesterday's news out of the United States, that is the most important thing that I will cover today. And also the Federal Reserve, that also coming from the back foot of the Federal Reserve's dovish statement on Wednesday. But please do subscribe to my YouTube page, and also leave your comments if you have questions about today with the dollar. Definitely I will answer them. And please, I actually dropped a link in the comments for the markets.com platform. If you just click on it, register an account, please do that. And there's some cool stuff there. There's even cannabis that's actually trading also on markets.com. But let's start with today's show. Now, yesterday's news that actually came through, I'm just going to share my screen with you now. There was actually, if I look now at the GDP of yesterday, the US, it was a big miss. This was the GDP growth. The forecast was at 8.5%. It came out at 6.5%. That is a 2%, literally a miss. And then on top of that, we had the initial job claims that came out, which was forecast at about 370,000. The consensus was at 380,000. And then you have 400,000. That was a job claim. In South Africa, we call it the UIF. In the United States, they call it actually job claims. Now, on top of that, at 4 o'clock yesterday, then we had the pending home sales. The forecast was at 0.7. That was now month over month. 0.7, and this was year on year at 10.9. Both of them negative 1.9, and there we have also another negative 1.9. Now, obviously, with the GDP figures, they were talking about the supply strains and all of those things that come up, and that is what kept the US economy not from growing. Look, still, the numbers is a big miss. And obviously, if you look at the job claims, look, if there was maybe something that the job claims numbers come down and there is actually growth in the labor market or rapid growth in the labor market, then I would have said, yeah, look, the dollar would actually come back. But with this news coming through, no, definitely not. Look, I would rather go buy cannabis, honestly, than buy the US dollar today, because definitely I don't see actually how the dollar will reverse that. If I look at the charts on the dollar index, yeah, you could see actually with that start of the day, this is now the daily chart. If you see that start of the day on the dollar index, that says a lot. Because there's news also later coming through, which is actually important. It was never actually important news, but obviously for today's stance in the United States, where it's a heavy consumer-driven economy, this news become now very important, which is the personal consumption, personal income and personal spending that comes out. So this two news will actually create havoc today. If this news come out bad, oh boy, then I honestly don't know. Then it means that the inflation is literally eating away the people's money. So this news will be a big player today. I think the market will actually move just to wait for this news. If this news come out bad, that is actually where I will say I will make a decision. For now, I don't have any trades open. Yesterday, I took advantage of the market. Today, I will just actually wait for this news to come out, and then I will actually make a decision. Please don't forget, 2:30 South African time, that is actually big news that will come through. Now, if I looked actually at the currencies earlier. If I look at the Australian dollar, it was trading earlier. Just going to click on that. It was whole day, actually the whole morning. It was going to about a 0.074, and then it just goes down the whole entire time. So I think that news of later at 2:30, that is why the market is just moving in ranges, unless something weird is happening. But that is actually the whole entire day the whole entire morning from this morning until now. I think it will just move there the whole time in ranges where it is actually at 0.73 and then it goes to 0.74. Maybe when that news come out, if it's terrible, definitely that is where I will start to jump in the market. If I look also at the if I look at the commodities, actually, gold, same story. Gold has been just up and down the whole time. It's actually sitting there the whole entire time. So obviously, that news of Opus 2 will be the game changer, and that is where I think the market will be fertile to jump in. But I will make the decision when the US market is opening. In South Africa, it opens about at 3:30. Now, this for me, with that news of yesterday, if I look at the statement of the Federal Reserve, and this is that one line that I was talking about, I will just repeat it again. Since then, the economy has made progress towards these goals, and the committee will continue to assess progress in coming meetings. So, look, if you look at that news yesterday, what I just actually said about the GDP, then you have to ask yourself: is there really progress that has been that has been made? Because the job claims numbers were disappointing. The pending home sales was disappointing. The GDP figures, although they're blaming supply strains and all of those things were disappointing. And that actually, for me, says that the Federal Reserve is still far away from what they need to achieve. Obviously, incoming data with the non-farmers payrolls news that will come out next week, that will be a big player. If that news come out terrible, look, then we will have literally a big sell-off in the a big sell-off in the US dollar. And that's why I think personally I will not buy the US dollar, not for today, because of what I just show you now, with that big candle that we're pointing down on the I'm on the VIX. Oh, look, stay away there from the VIX. That one is a bit busy. But on the 1 day, actually, where that candle is just showing a bit downward there, and I'm not interested in that. I would rather wait for the Opus 2 news to confirm what that candle is saying, and then I will jump in the market. Look, as I said, if that news is bad, then you have all reason to go in for selling the US dollar. So be safe, rather wait for that news. So honestly, if you're jumping in for now, the market will be flat until 2:30. I would say US session at 3:30. That is the time for you to jump in. For now, sit back and relax and do absolutely nothing. But please don't forget to actually use that link to actually click on the markets.com, register account. Also, please register or subscribe on my YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, please don't forget, you can just drop a comment. For today, that's it. I will see you guys on Monday, and all the best for 2:30. Bye-bye.